Okay, verse 22. Now, we're not killing a new animal today, but we're still dealing with the one from yesterday, and there's some more things that they're going to do here. So we're going to read verses 22 through 28 to get the total of this. There's a lot of moving parts here, so we'll kind of take our time going through this. It says, since this is the ram for the ordination of Aaron and his sons, take the fat of the ram, including the fat of the broad tail, the fat around the internal organs, the long lobe of the liver, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat around them, along with the right thigh. Then take 1 round loaf of bread, 1 thin cake mixed with olive oil, and 1 wafer from the basket of bread without yeast that was placed in the Lord's presence. So that bread would actually been inside the tabernacle. Verse 24, put all these in the hands of Aaron and his sons to be lifted up as a special offering to the Lord. So literally, it's like they took these things and literally lifted them up. Like, this is not a symbolic lifting them up. This is a physical up they go. Some people even call this a heave offering. I thought that was an interesting phrase when I was reading some about this. So, verse 25, afterward take the various breads from their hands and burn them on the altar, along with the burnt offering. It is a pleasing aroma to the Lord, a special gift for him. Same phrase that was used previously about these sacrifices pleasing God in their obedience. Verse 26, then take the breast of Aaron's ordination ram, lift it up in the Lord's presence, a special offering to him. Then keep it as your own portion. Set aside the portions of the ordination ram that belong to Aaron and his sons. This includes the breast and the thigh that were lifted up before the Lord as a special offering. In the future, whenever people of Israel lift up a peace offering, a portion of it must be set aside for Aaron and his descendants. This is their permanent right, and it is a sacred offering from the Israelites to the Lord. So, this is the same ram that the blood was applied to the earlobe, the right thumb, the right big toe. If you didn't listen to this yesterday, you should definitely go back and check it out. So they are lifted up. They're put together with these breads, these cakes, these wafers. They're lifted up, and then a portion of this was burnt on the altar as an act of sacrifice and devotion. But then another piece was given to them. These remaining meat portions were given to Aaron and his sons. And those portions were once again lifted up to the Lord, but then they were cooked and eaten by them. And this is something that will continue. You'll see this going on over into a good place at looking at this is in 1 Samuel, when the sons of Eli, who were wicked, they were priests, and they were the sons of Eli, who was in charge of the tabernacle at the time. They would steal part of the offering that they weren't supposed to. There was a portion that was supposed to come to him, but they would take more than they were supposed to. Eli's sons were just awful, and God would eventually kill them when you read through that section of Scripture. But then they took and had a ritual spiritual meal. So the life of the animal not only was sacrificed for them, but then provided for them. And in looking at this, I found a really interesting statements about this, talking about this eating, that it's a picture of their relationship with God. Because when you eat, it's inward. When you eat, it's personal. Nobody can do it for you. And it's inward in that you gotta take it in for it to do any good, right? I was cooking the other day, and it smelled great while I was cooking. But it would have done me no good if I had not eaten it. So eating is active, right? And it arises out of a sense of need, and it produces satisfaction. And we have a need for God, and God produces satisfaction with us. So not only was this animal sacrificed for them, it provided for them as well, in even a physical sense. So there's some depth here in this. So you guys have a great day. We'll talk some more tomorrow.